Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Senior Estate Concierge Show. My name is Bill Graff, and I am the founder and director of the Senior Estate Concierge. And today we are going to talk about future of senior care, health, and wellness. And we have Shonah Jefferson with us, who is with Chefs for Seniors, which is a great program for having meals prepared at home for seniors and families that can't get out and get meals on their own. So, good morning, Shonah. How are you?
Good morning, Bill. I'm fine. How are you?
Great, thank you. A little introduction about the Senior Estate Concierge first, and then we'll have a little conversation and talk to Shonah about what she does. So, the Senior Estate Concierge was started a couple years ago, and we are a one-stop shop for all different types of senior services that a family may need as they're going through the aging process and needing different types of services. It could be anything from aging in place, like today, where we're talking about meals and having meals prepared at home. It could be moving into a assisted living community. It could be legal help. It could be financial help. It could be real estate help, movers, downsizers, legal, financial. So basically, we want to be a one-stop shop for all different types of senior services and services that you can trust, that you know that you can call on, and the members in the group are vetted and interviewed and background checked to make sure that they understand that our mission, first and foremost, is to provide trusted, caring resources and solutions to their problems, not just try to sell them products. So that's what we're about, and we are always here to help anybody that needs just even to get answers to their questions, find resources and solutions to some of their issues that they are going through, because it's very challenging as we get older. We have our parents are getting older. We're working adults, so sometimes it's difficult to find the time to find a good trusted resources that you want to use or that you can use and rely on without taking advantage of you. So again, my name is Bill Graff. I'm the founder of the Senior Estate Concierge. I am a real estate broker and a SRES, which is a seniors real estate specialist. Started this a couple of years ago. With that, let's go ahead and talk to Shonah. Shonah is Shonah Jefferson. She's with Chefs for Seniors. So Shonah, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about your background. I know you have a great story on how you got to where you are today. So share that with us, and then we'll talk a little bit more about your service. Okay?
Okay, great, Bill. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here today. My name is Shonah Jefferson. I am actually a native Houstonian, and my journey to Chefs for Seniors is lots of different twists and turns, but this is actually my third career. When I graduated from college, I went into corporate America. Then I became a lawyer, and I practiced law for several years. I'm still a lawyer, but now law is my side gig as opposed to my main gig.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the restaurant industry here in Houston. My dad opened his first restaurant when I was 2. I started working for him when I was 11. Drawing sodas and dropping French fries, and worked out throughout high school for him. When I started college, I made a decision, and I've learned in life you should never say never. I swore I'd never go back into a commercial kitchen again. And so fast forward several years, I lived in Savannah, Georgia, and one of my mentors was actually a chef, and I took some cooking classes from him, and it was one of those things where I just wanted to know more about it. And so I put going to culinary school on my bucket list. And when I moved back here to Houston a few years ago, I actually went to work with my dad, helping him manage his restaurant. And I went to culinary school while I was doing that. And I knew I didn't want to run a restaurant. I've seen that business, grew up in it, know what it's like. You have to love it. I love food. I love cooking, but I don't love working in a restaurant or owning one. And so I knew I wanted to do something more personal. And I actually heard about Chefs for Seniors back in 2015 on NPR. And At the time, they were not franchising. At the time, I just started culinary school, but I was completely captivated by the concept. I saw it as a way of helping a community or an area, a particular segment of society that could really need it, that really needs it. And it was a way for me, I saw, as doing well by doing good. So I finished culinary school in 2017, and I happened to check the Chefs for Seniors website in May of 2018, and I saw that they were franchising, and I filled out a form and started the franchising process, and signed the franchise agreement in September, went to training that October, and opened in November 2018. And the rest, as they say, is history.
That's a great story. I love that story. You didn't go straight into cooking and and meal preparation. You had a nice way around it, but all that experience has gotten you here, and now it's giving you that extra knowledge to be able to take care of to prepare the meals and to take care of seniors, right? So that's great.
Yeah,
love that story.
Definitely.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about Chefs for Seniors. There's other programs out there which we can talk about a little bit, but tell us a little bit about Chefs for Seniors. How does it work?
Mm-hmm. So our goal, our mission, is basically to improve seniors' lives through food. And so what we're here to do is to help seniors age in place. One of the number one reasons why seniors end up having to leave their homes and go into assisted living or a nursing home is food. Getting nutritious, healthy food, food that's tailored to whatever their dietary needs and restrictions are. And so Chefs for Seniors was founded on that mission of providing that service to seniors and helping them to age in place. So we're helping them to maintain their independence, to improve their quality of life. And it's not just the food that's important, an important part of our service. There's also the companionship piece. And so that's why we are a personal chef service as opposed to a meal delivery service. Because what we're designed to do is our chefs will provide companionship while we cook. For some seniors who are homebound or housebound and they don't leave their homes, sometimes their chef is the only person they may see on a weekly basis, because either their family members may live in other parts of the country, or their family members live in the city, but they lead busy lives and things like that. So the companionship piece is another very important aspect of our service.
Yeah, I think that's a key difference, right? Let's say, for example, I know there's programs out there called Meals on Wheels, right? So that has to be one of the key differences, is that you actually are building a relationship with the seniors as you're there. How long does it usually take? How long are you typically in home preparing meals in a week?
Our chefs are usually in the home for about 2.5 to 3 hours. We do the grocery shopping. We have an online menu of over 90 items that our clients can select from, and they select four dishes, and the chef goes to the grocery store, does the grocery shopping. We buy just what we need to prepare those 4 dishes. So what we're trying to do is actually minimize and eliminate waste from groceries that are unused. So we shop for what we need for the client. We go to the home, spend about 2.5 hours in the kitchen. We prepare a week's worth of meals. Usually it's about 10 to 14 servings. We package the meals, label them, put them in the refrigerator, and then all the client has to do is reheat and eat.
Great. So 10 to 14 meals. So is that for one or for 2 people? Or do you prepare?
That actually,
yeah.
It's based on the client. So some of our clients are single and some of our clients are married. So for my married clients, usually the meals will last 1 week. For my single clients, though, most of my single clients use the service every other week. The 10 to 14 meals actually ends up lasting them about 2 weeks, just because most of my senior clients have smaller appetites anyway. And what we call a serving size, for many of my clients, actually they can eat on that twice. And so the meals end up lasting a lot longer for my single clients. And so what they usually do is they will refrigerate half and put the other half in the freezer. And then
Okay.
the following week, they take
Yeah.
them out of the freezer.
Okay, so you can actually freeze them. That was going to be my next question. You can actually put them in the freezer and keep them for a little length of time. Then, yeah, that's great. I think it's a great service, and just being able to be there with the seniors and building that relationship and having someone around is great. And do you guys? You probably run into some of the seniors that may have personal care in home as well. So you're building maybe a relationship with the personal care provider that's there for them, yeah, or the companion care, whatever it is, yeah. So that's great. So they usually, you go in there once a week typically, or maybe once every other week, depending on what the case is. Yeah. And so can they have a variety of different meals, or is it the same thing every week, or can they switch it around by week or every other week?
Oh, yes, they can definitely switch it around. But what I do find is most of my clients are creatures of habit. And so for the most part, we come up with what we call their favorites menu, because there's just certain things that they like, and they like to order those, maybe not week after week, but over and over again. And so they kind of narrow it down to a few items, because over 90 menu items, that's a lot. And so, and everybody's taste buds are different. Everybody has different tastes, and our menu is very, it's a big menu. There's things that are meatless options, there are beef options, pork options, chicken options, fish options, which is mostly consists of salmon and shrimp dishes. So we have some breakfast items, not a whole lot of breakfast items, but a few breakfast items. And we have soups, we have salads, we have lighter items where people can kind of nosh on them. Like we've got one, I think it's a lemon cauliflower dip that you can get. We serve it with pita bread. So there's a huge variety for a variety of different appetite sizes. And we can also customize things. If someone has their grandma's favorite recipe for a certain dish, our chefs can do that. We actually can, we also have specialized diets for people who, let's say, have kidney disease, or people who have some sort of other medical conditions where they may need an anti-inflammatory diet, or paleo or keto, gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, you name it, we do it. We pretty much can do it all. Basically, the requirement is that we need to be able to get it done within 3 hours in the client's kitchen. So different people, different clients do different things. I have one client though, he's almost 90. He's a creature of habit. He's been my client for over 2 years, and I cook the exact same thing for him. I see him every other week, and he wants the exact same thing. His daughter asked him, "Dad, don't you think you want to switch it up a bit?" He's like, "Nope, I like what I'm eating, and I'm going to stick to it." And he's healthy, he's eating, and for me, that's the most important thing. That's
what's very important. Yeah. Yeah. So, so what's the difference then between Meals on Wheels, between them and you? Really, is it? You're preparing fresh stuff in the home. You're providing some companionship. Are there any other differences? The
customization.
The customization. Okay. So they don't customize things as much as you would. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
No. So if a client tells us they don't like, I have one client, her husband hates rosemary. So we don't use rosemary. I have another client, she loves broccoli. Her husband doesn't love broccoli. So we'll customize one dish. The dish is for her. We know we can put broccoli in it, and the dishes for her husband, we know that we don't. Someone's low sodium, of course, we make it low sodium. If a client says they don't like onions, then we don't put onions in their food. So everything we really are personal chefs. We really customize things to all of our clients' taste buds.
Yeah, and that's a big difference then. Yeah. So do you use the utensils from the person's house, or do you bring everything yourself?
I equip all of my chefs with what I call a kitchen on wheels. And actually, it's kind of fascinating to our clients to watch us unpack and pack our kitchen on wheels. But we bring everything with us. So if I were to get a client that basically just moved in their house and they have absolutely nothing in their kitchen, we could prepare our service for them with no problem, because we have everything that we need in our kitchens on wheels.
Great. So is this mainly just in somebody's home, or can you go out to a community or to an event and also prepare meals in a situation like that? Or is this only in someone's home?
It's usually only in someone's home. However, if we're going to a place where they have a community kitchen, like let's say it's I've done demonstrations at 55 and up communities, and I've used their community kitchen. There are options. There are other franchisees that I know of in other parts of the country, and I could also do it here, where if we have several clients that are in one 55 and up active community. Say we've got 3 or 4 or 5 clients there. Sometimes we can use their community kitchen and prepare all of the meals there, and then basically take the meals to the client's doorstep. Or if there's a vacant apartment, we can use that vacant apartment, prepare the meals there and drop them off. That's just another option. Or we can do it in the actual client's home. So the thing is, because we're personal chefs, we just need to make sure we have access to a kitchen.
Right. But you're going to bring all your utensils anyway. So,
but we'll still bring. But yes,
you need to have that kitchen.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So what's a service like this going to cost right now? What's the basic cost for it? And are you offering any kind of first time discounts or anything like that?
Okay, great. Thanks. That's a great question. We basically have three pricing plans. The first plan is what we call our standard plan, and that's basically for our clients that order off of our menu and they don't require any special customization requirements. And so that service, for the standard service, is $129 plus the price of groceries. And then the next price point is the custom service. And that's for those clients where we actually have to prepare special menus for them. So that would be my renal diet clients, keto, paleo, kosher, anything where we have to create a special menu for them. And the price for that service is $150 plus the price of groceries. And then the last price point is what we call our non-standard price point. And that is for anytime we have to cook for more than 2 people. So that would be for families, because we do have clients that are not seniors. We will cook for families. And then we also do dinner parties. So I have several clients who, if they're going to have some sort of event at their home or holiday dinners, they will hire us to come in and actually prepare the meals for their dinner parties, birthday parties. So we do those sorts of things, and we charge by the hour for those for the non-standard service, and that's anywhere from $50 to $75 per hour plus the price of groceries. And so today, for anyone who's watching this show and they decide they want to try and use the service, if you say that you saw me on the Senior Estate Concierge show, I will give you $10 off your first service.
Oh, that's fantastic. Great. That's a great incentive. Great. If there's any questions in the audience, feel free to put them in the chat box and we'll try to cover those. Shonah, so right now you are covering kind of all of Houston, or do you have a certain area that you are covering? And how many, 2 questions, how many chefs do you have with you? And then where all do you go?
Okay, so my defined territory is actually the North Houston area plus the Woodlands and Conroe. So Kingwood, Atascocita, Porter, Humble, Spring, the Woodlands, Conroe, Montgomery. We've cooked for clients in Magnolia. So that whole north that north corridor. However, right now I'm the only franchise in the Houston area. So if there's someone that needs to use the service and I have a chef that is in that area, then we can service that area. So currently I have clients in the Memorial area, Pearland, Sugarland, Cypress, near the Hobby Airport. So they're kind of spread out in other parts of the Houston area, and then of course within the territory that I listed. And right now I currently have 7 chefs who work for me, and I am always hiring more because I want to make sure that I have enough chefs to cover the need, because I hate to have to put anyone on a waiting list.
Yeah, for sure. And there is a need out there, obviously, right? So, yeah. Are you finding, since COVID, are you finding the demand has gone up, or the need has gone up because more people are wanting to age in place?
Yes, definitely. I think more people are wanting to age in place. And now that most seniors have gotten their COVID vaccines, they're definitely comfortable with having a chef come into their home now. So definitely things for me have definitely begun to pick up since the first of the year when people started to get vaccinated.
Great. Well, we are really glad to have you in our organization, the Senior Estate Concierge, very much. You've been a great member and pleasure to have with us, and the knowledge that you have in this service is just outstanding. If you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your experience with the Senior Estate Concierge so far. I think you've been in over a year, at least a year, or a little bit longer. Tell us a little bit about your experience and what you think about the group and the organization.
Oh, I think it's a great group. I've met so many great people in the group, and everyone, what I love about it is everyone is pure of heart. It's really about what can we do to work together to help seniors. And so everybody is always willing to help, to provide resources, to provide advice, to partner and work together. And it's all about getting the best outcome for our seniors. And so that's just what I love about it. Is it's just a great organization, and I'm so glad that I found it.
Well, we are glad that you found us too. I don't remember how you found us, but I'm glad that you did.
And I think thanks to Lori Ferris. Lori Ferris,
I was going to say, it seems like the group grew because of connections and good connections with good service providers, and that's what we're all about. The mission of bridging the gaps in the senior service industry, right? Provide trusted, caring senior service providers, and I just know that. I can say 99.9% of the folks that are in the organization, the service providers they all are on the same mission, and that is to provide resources and solutions and care first, right? And that's what we're about. And so it's easy to refer business to you or to Lori or to somebody else that's in the group, because we know that we can trust them and that they'll take care of the seniors and families that like it was their own, really. And that's what it's all about. Exactly. That's the other thing I love, is that everybody's got a story. At some point we either took care of our older parents, aging parents, or we are now. And so that's what got most of us into the senior services sector. So yeah, well, fantastic. I guess we're getting close to the end. If there's any questions out there, please feel free to put them in the chat room. If not, Shonah, thank you so much again for being here, and we really appreciate
you for having me
and all that you do for the seniors and the families that we service within the organization. Folks, if you need more information, you can see there's Chefs for Seniors, Shonah's information right there, her telephone number, and I believe the website also came up at some point there. It's scrolling on the bottom. So also for the Senior Estate Concierge, you can reach out to us, to me personally, or at info@seniorestateconcierge.com, and we will be glad to help you. We will just listen to what your needs are, and we will connect you up with good, trusted, caring service providers. So with that, thank you very much for attending, and have a great day, and we will see you soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.